Stop and ask yourself, why is it that some people are more successful than others? Why is it that some people make more money, live longer, have better relationships, while the great mass of men, as Thoreau said, live lives of quiet desperation?
Changing your life isn't about overnight success or a single magical breakthrough. It's about the small, consistent habits you build every day that compound over time and create massive transformation. Over the years, I've experimented, failed, learned, and refined my daily routines. Out of all the things I've tried, 5 habits stand out as the true game changers. The habits that reshaped how I think, how I work, and how I live. These are habits that anyone can start right now. If you commit to them, I promise they will change your life just like they changed mine. Habit 1: waking up early with purpose and clarity. 400 words. I used to believe waking up early was just for those morning people or productivity gurus who somehow never slept enough. For a long time, my mornings were chaotic, rushing out of bed late, hitting the snooze button multiple times, and starting my day buried in notifications and distractions. But the day I committed to waking up early, around 5:30 a.m., everything shifted. Not just because of the extra time, but because I started using that time intentionally. Waking up early gave me a quiet window where the world was still calm, my mind was fresh, and distractions were minimal. Instead of jumping straight into my inbox or social media, I created a morning ritual. I'd journal my goals, read a few pages from a book, do a quick workout, and set my top 3 priorities for the day. This practice rewired my mindset from reactive to proactive. I was no longer responding to urgent demands but driving my own agenda. What made this habit life-changing wasn't just the earlier hours, it was the purpose I was infused into those hours. By focusing on clarity and planning before the noise hit, I felt more in control, less stressed, and more productive throughout the day. I gained mental clarity that helped me make better decisions, physical energy to power through tough tasks, and emotional resilience to face challenges calmly. The early morning became my secret weapon, a sacred time I protect fiercely. If you're thinking waking up early isn't for you, I get it. It wasn't easy for me either. But I started slow, waking just 15 minutes earlier each week, and found ways to wind down better at night. The trick isn't just waking up early, it's waking up with intention. Once you lock that in, the rest of your day falls into place more naturally than you'd expect. Habit 2: committing to daily learning and mental growth. 400 words. You don't graduate from school and suddenly know everything. Real education is a lifelong journey. For years, I underestimated the power of daily learning. I thought if I worked hard and was smart enough, that would be enough. But real growth came when I made a daily commitment to feed my mind consistently. This habit transformed my life because it gave me the tools to improve constantly. Every day I spend at least 30 minutes consuming high-quality content, books, podcasts, interviews, or courses. I prioritize subjects that improve my mindset, skills, financial knowledge, and emotional intelligence. But more important than quantity is the consistency. Even on my busiest days, I don't skip learning. I might listen to an audiobook during a commute or read a chapter before bed. It's not about cramming, it's about steady, relentless progress. The benefits, immense. My perspective broadened. I became more adaptable to change and better at solving problems creatively. I learned how to communicate more effectively and build habits that stick. Learning daily made me curious again and reminded me that no matter how much I know, there's always room to grow. This habit also helped me combat the overwhelm of modern life. With so much information out there, it's easy to feel paralyzed. Committing to focused learning helped me filter out noise and focus on what really matters. It's like a mental gym where I build the muscles I need to perform better in every area of life. If you want to start, pick just one book or podcast that excites you. Set a timer for 10 minutes a day and grow from there. The key is to make learning a non-negotiable part of your day so that growth becomes inevitable. Habit 3: ruthless time blocking and protecting deep work. 400 words. Time is the one resource you can never get back. For years, I thought multitasking was the key to productivity, jumping between emails, meetings, and tasks without a clear plan. But I was exhausted and getting nowhere fast. The breakthrough came when I adopted time blocking, a practice CEOs and top performers swear by. Time blocking means scheduling your day in chunks dedicated to specific tasks or categories of work. But it's more than just a calendar. It's a commitment to focused, undistracted work. Each mornings, or ideally the night before, I plan my day by blocking out time for my most important projects. Whether that's writing strategy or creating content, these blocks are sacrosanct. No emails, no social media, no meetings, just deep work. The difference this habit made is staggering. Instead of reacting to distractions, I lead my day. I get more done in 3 focused hours than I used to in a whole day of scattered work. My stress dropped because I'm no longer overwhelmed by a chaotic to-do list. Time blocking creates a rhythm, a structure that tells my brain, this time is for creating, this time is for administrative tasks. I also learned to batch similar tasks to reduce context switching, which drains mental energy. For example, I set a daily 30-minute window to clear emails and messages rather than checking them constantly. That way, I preserve my best energy for tasks that require creativity and problem solving. If you struggle with focus or time management, I recommend starting with blocking just 1 or 2 deep work sessions a day. Protect those times like a meeting with your most important client, because they are. Over time, you'll notice how much more progress you make and how your workday feels less stressful and more fulfilling. Habit 40. Managing money like a CEO, tracking budgeting and investing 400 words. Let me be honest, for a long time, money was a source of anxiety for me. I avoided checking my bank balance, spent impulsively, and ignored budgeting because it felt boring or overwhelming. But the day I decided to treat my personal finances like a business changed everything. CEOs don't wing their company's money. They track every dollar, budget strategically, and invest for growth. I adopted the same mindset. Every week I review my income, expenses, debts, and investments. I categorize my spending to see exactly where my money goes. This awareness helps me cut waste, increase savings, and make smarter decisions. This habit gave me control and peace of mind. Instead of feeling stressed or uncertain about money, I started making it work for me. I built an emergency fund, started investing regularly, even if it was small amounts, and prioritized spending on things aligned with my goals, like books, courses, or health. Tracking finances also helped me break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle that traps many people. When you see the numbers clearly, you can plan for the future instead of just surviving month to month. It shifts money from being a source of stress to a tool for freedom. If you want to start, open a simple spreadsheet or use an app like Mint or Yamba. Track everything you spend for 1 month, then make a budget that aligns with your priorities. No need to be perfect, just start. This habit will build your financial confidence and open doors you didn't know existed. Habit 50. Weekly reflection and ruthless course correction, 400+ words. One of the most overlooked habits that changed my life is dedicating time each week to reflect deeply. Most people live forward without ever looking back. They run from one deadline to the next without pausing to ask what's working, what's not. What should I change? Every Sunday evening, I block 30 to 45 minutes to review my past week. I look at my calendar, my goals, and my journal. I ask myself 5 questions. What were my wins? Where did I waste time or energy? What lessons did I learn? Which habits or people drained me? What will I do differently next week? This practice created a feedback loop that turned trial and error into intentional growth. Instead of repeating mistakes, I catch them early. Instead of ignoring progress, I celebrate it. Instead of drifting, I course correct with precision. It gave me clarity on what truly matters and helped me cut distractions, toxic relationships, or bad habits faster. Reflection also brought emotional clarity. Life isn't linear, and sometimes things don't go as planned. Taking time to process setbacks and successes prevented burnout and kept me motivated. If you want to build this habit, keep a simple journal or digital document for your reflections. Ask yourself honest questions and be willing to act on the answers. Reflection isn't about beating yourself up. It's about learning and adapting faster. This habit turns every week into a stepping stone toward your best self. Build your future one habit at a time. None of these habits transformed my life overnight. The change was slow, steady, and intentional, but the impact has been profound on my productivity, mindset, relationships, health, and finances. The power isn't in the habit itself, but in the consistency and integration of these habits into daily life. If you're overwhelmed, don't try to do all 5 at once. Pick one that resonates most. Commit for 30 days. Notice the difference. Then layer another. Over time, these habits build on each other like bricks, creating a strong foundation. Remember, success isn't magic. It's the result of small, deliberate choices made daily. The habits you build today shape the life you live tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, subscribe to Real Anash Ahmad for more practical strategies, mindset shifts, and life-changing habits. Let's grow together and create the life we deserve, one habit at a time.